Hey everybody, Ben here. So I'm feeling the Faes right now, and I don't think they're a positive type. I don't know. Are you having rotten food? Is your food spoiling quicker than normal? Are you having mushrooms popping up outside where they normally wouldn't, or in your house? Mold kind of idea. I don't know if mold goes with Fae, but I'm just feeling organism like really coming from my throat here. Organism like uh, decaying matter type deal. The cycle, the rebirth, but this is kind of giving a negative idea. It's kind of like there are certain places where uh, you can drive like near the coastal, and it's almost like a marshy, nasty. I remember when I was a kid, we would drive through it, and I'd feel like throwing up because it was gagging, like it was so foul, and it's just like this really stagnant, decaying matter kind of thing. I don't know. Just saying, if you're experiencing things like this, I'll connect here and we'll see what comes through. Obviously, if it doesn't resonate, don't make it fit. Yeah, I think they're up to no good. A little bit of like trickster chaos kind of behavior. Uh, they're finding humor in it, but it's something we don't want around. Is it sent to us from another? It's trying to teach you something, to know who you're talking to or to who you're interacting with. What do we have here, Spirit? 10 of Swords, overburdened, trying to create this experience. This, uh, any energy in general, that's sent to us to cause negative repercussions is obviously to cause a stir in our life. If we are normally in like a positive state or a higher vibration, these things are to cause disruption, distraction, chaos, trouble, frustration, anger, and bring our vibration down, bring us out of our flow state, bring us in density, bring us into, as I would see, the majority of the 3D is living, is experiencing, which is, a tragical thing in its own, but it is the misery of the existence, if you will, at times. To be overburdened with whatever and anything that frustrates us, to get under our skin. I think there was a song that's coming to mind right now. Uh, I don't know. I think it's called Hush. I like the beat to it, but it. I think it said something about they're trying to get under your skin, but they can't penetrate it. They can't get there, but they're trying. How is this viewing in your experience? Like I said, those like little uh, frustrations, and when we give it energy, it spins off of it. So then we are, uh, like, oh, what's coming to mind now? It's like implant this thought in our mind, and then we create it more. We feed it by giving it energy. And these frustrations, these detours, these little failures, if you will, uh, are supposed to, if properly, their goal is to create this response, and then we feed it from there because we're upset, we're sad or frustrated, and uh, And then it's just manifesting in a negative experience versus a positive experience. Four of Cups reversed, renewal. How can we renew our space, our mind, our energy? Uh, what what needs to take place to uh, to see it and not respond to it? Renewed mindset that this isn't our experience. It's kind of what's coming through. That something possibly external is trying to manifest or create this experience for us. And uh, taking ownership comes through here. And when we are experiencing things like that, we're like, well, my life sucks. All this stuff just keeps happening. What happens in threes? Well, three already happened to up to seven. Like, well, surrender's coming through, and I don't think in the way of surrendering to the circumstance. I guess, yes, surrender to the circumstances by not giving it your emotion. The emotional response is very powerful. It is our energy source. How we handle that is up to us. And coming to a renewed mindset of, hey, if this shit's trying to get a hold of me, I'm not going to give it its power, or give it my power, I should say, or give it its power. I mean, that's true as well. Which is difficult to do depending on, what's going on and where we're at. Knight of Swords, swift action. Get that shit out of our head immediately. What came, like, immediately, nip it. Just, put a pin in it. See it by. That shit comes in. And as I was saying before that, like, if we're already kind of in a stir, or we're already on something, like giving it our energy, we're upset a bit, and another thing comes in, it's like, oh yeah, I got you now, like, let's go. And then another thing, and then it just snowballs from there. So that's where it's coming through. Just see it for what it is and shut it down. And what's coming through, it's just a general sense of, like, sometimes they'll send experiences of fear, or to create fear. And the only time that fear exists is when we give it that title, when we give it that emotion. Uh, no matter what emotion it is our choice to respond a certain way, which I get is hard, depending on what's going on. But I think it is that, see the patterns, see what's taking place, laugh at it in its face. The Tower, disruption. How can we cause this? What's most important to you? It's probably where they'll go. How could they not? Because we're holding it so tight. So anything that brings us comfort, stability, safety, those kind of things will be heightened. And maybe it's also a time for reflection on the same token. If we're grasping something too hard, it's kind of like a lose-win. Excuse me. Those situations where we maybe need to release our metaphorical grasp on something to metaphorically feel safe, which I get it. We all need things to survive here. Money, food, water, shelter, all those types of things. But maybe we're grasping something too hard, and a lot of this energy is trying to create an overburden disruption, which naturally we're going to give our energy to because we're grasping onto it. What else do we have here, Spirit? One card. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Neglect yourself. Allowing the external to control us, to alter our mind, our view on things. And by neglecting us, allowing the external to dictate, to guide, to lead, to infiltrate, that is our power given up. to the external naturally. When we really take a chance to go in and view ourselves, view the situation, view the thoughts, even if they're touching on old wounds, what's really going on here. Being practical, nurturing ourselves in a way that, hey, if shit's coming my way, okay, well, I must be special. That's the only way I can say to make it easier in our head. But uh, really coming back to self-care, spiritual hygiene, energy hygiene, clearing our space, keeping our space clean. When we maybe neglect dishes or laundry or cleaning the floor, types of things like that, that energy kind of gets stagnant and it's more space to grow. Going back to uh, in the beginning, I was talking about, the food spoiling, even though it shouldn't have spoiled that quick. Uh, getting shit like this out. It's got the fruit flies, it's like all these little energy signatures that weren't there, but all of a sudden they're there again. And what came to me before I did this reading was there's something powerful with action. So let's say, okay, shit's coming in, and uh, and I think it, I see it, I acknowledge it, and I just mentally say, okay, I'm not gonna allow that to infiltrate me, but it's still there. But until I take some sort of action to remove this or remedy it or to correct what's taking place, the second I do that, it's gone. It and whatever I did, I don't need it anymore. That process or whatever I did, it's gone. So there's something very important about action and the need uh, to physically do something. And I'm not sure what that is. It all depends on what's really going on in your experience. But yes, we can see it, we can acknowledge it, and we may be able to push it away or remove it from our experience, mentally or energetically. But there's something very important about this action. The action needs to be taking place. Like let's just say there's rotting food and we haven't thrown it away yet, like that action. We're cleaning the dishes, and it's like, yeah, well, naturally, if I clean the dishes, yeah, the mess is cleaned up. But there's something about the action is more a potent energy cleansing aspect to it that needs to be taking place versus just this mental acknowledgement. I'll leave it there. If this resonated at all, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.